Hey everyone. Hey, it's me, Jill, aka Jilly Beans. And yes, I did not drop off the face of the earth. I am still here. So, I decided to just do a quick video. I didn't want to go live, just to kind of say hi to everyone. Appreciate that everyone is still subscribed to our channel, even though we have not been putting out content. And I just wanted to touch on that a little bit, what's been going on with me. Because I know it's been like a hot minute since anyone's seen me. Today was actually the first time I was on StreamYard. It was not a public stream, it was private. It's been so long. I'm like, and there's an app now. I was like, I forget everything I know about being on YouTube. I really haven't been in chats lately. Yeah, I really kind of have been very isolated. So just to like cut to the chase, right? The last time I think I was live was with Corey back at Halloween time. And I owe two people's readings and I am so sorry. I promise you're gonna get them. Um, Unfortunately, life happens and life happened to me. And even though like I do this work and I help people, it's still when it happens to me and I'm going through it, I am not at my highest and best. And to be honest, wasn't even pulling cards for myself. I've been very isolated. If I was in YouTube, I was like, if I was watching someone, I was probably like, as they say, pissing in the bushes, like not even commenting because I couldn't even just chat with people. So just so everyone knows, my health is fine because if anyone that has followed me for a while, they know I was really sick in 2022. So my health is fine. I'm good. It's more my personal life. There was some truths revealed to me that I was not expecting, and having to work through that and process that has been hard and painful, and it's been a journey. And I know there's a lesson. I know I'll come out a better person, but it effing sucks. And I still don't have all the answers. But I'm trying to get back to myself because I feel like I have not been myself for months. I don't even know who I'm like, I don't even recognize who I am. I mean, I have not even been looking at Facebook to the point where Facebook stopped sending me notifications, I swear to God, because they're like, this bitch ain't looking at anything, so we're not going to let her know that people are commenting. I think I put something on my page today for the first time in months. So, and besides that, my youngest son had to have surgery. He tore his ACL. It was the holidays. It was, my boyfriend's dad, was diagnosed with cancer. He's doing okay, but there was just so much, too much. And I have felt so out of sorts, not sleeping, can't concentrate. I'm falling behind, like all the things. But luckily, because I have been doing this for a while now and have gone through tough times, I finally, after I don't know, about, I would say 2 or 3 months ago, I really started journaling hard. I've been doing Reiki sessions. I'll be honest, my meditations are just pretty quick because I didn't want to hear what they were going to say to me. But, work, like journaling, I'm telling you, is so good for you. When you're going through a tough time, it really helps you to just expel all the crap. Like, you get all the bullshit out to really get to the point of what are you really upset about? What was your part in it? What do you really want to say to this person? And I'm telling you, I can't read my own handwriting, so my iPad has been with me everywhere, and I've just been typing and just typing. And today, I swear things happen the way they're supposed to. So, I actually had a really good journaling session. It just kind of came out of the blue, and I was just like, thank God I type fast. My good friend Keats Ross was so kind to choose me to be one of the people that he gifted he did a grimoire. And it is his first edition. Here is mine. And people that are his friends that he collaborates with, he actually sent us all this to, so it's like a first edition. Like when he becomes rich and famous, I get to say I have his first one. And this is how I felt so bad, but I'm telling you, things happen the way they're supposed to. My package came over a month ago with this in it, and I had not even opened it yet. But today they were meeting to talk to see how it's going, because part of the reason why he gifted these to us was to help work out the kinks and stuff. And it's so nice and pretty. I don't even want to write in it because my handwriting's horrible. But so I finally opened it today, and I'm like, and it almost brought me to tears. He wrote me a note. He said it was just exactly what I needed. And I did join his live stream today. And as I'm sure most people know, we got a new moon and eclipse coming up. So we had some of those conversations. It was really good. And to get ready to do this live stream with him, I, got my space ready, was, saged and all that stuff. And as everyone knows, and everyone likes to joke about, I have like 100 tarot decks. It's actually over 100 now at this point. And they all are different things. I mean, if you have a question of modality, chances are I have a deck that covers it down to cats. But some of my decks are very simple. And you know what? Keep it simple, stupid. I swear to God. So I had brought out, I didn't stage all my decks. I had some out that I just felt drawn to, whatever. And as I was, after I saged and whatever, I decided to I picked up the first one, which is it's the Louise Hayes ones. It's like, it's a very positive message, right? So the card I pulled was, I am worth loving. The back says, I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. And it really hit hard. I was like, So I took this card and got my little stand. And I'm like, I am going to keep this up today so I remember it. So I love cards that have swear words in them. So the next deck was my inner fucking peace one. And apologies for anyone that doesn't like swearing. I'm going to swear now. So I'm like, I could use some inner fucking peace. So I shuffle. And of course, I get 3 cards. And these messages, again, simple, short, sweet, right to the point. First one, wax the hell off the task at hand. Wax on, wax off. Pay the piper and move on. Drop and give me zen. And this last one is what hit. Find your new normal. Take off the shit-covered glasses. And I was like, damn, that is so true. I need to find my new normal. So took my little stand, added some more cards to them. And, one of the last decks was the Rebel deck. Some people call it the Unicorn deck. Some people call it the Vuck deck because it has unicorns, whatever. So again, I pull a card, and this is the one, and I meant to get it last. I swear there's no accident. You are giving away your power. You are a badass. Act like it. And I was like, thank you, universe. And that's what I mean about, cards. Like, you can get into elaborate spreads and cards that have so much meaning, and there's so much you can draw out of them. But sometimes you just need a simple message to wake you the fuck up. And that's what this was for me today. Like, pulling these cards, I was like, damn, talk about just hearing what I needed to hear at that moment. So it was kind of setting my day off better. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I think I kind of like this. So that was that. So I did, the thing with Keats, and, we were talking about new moon rituals, and I already had started to think about one because a lot of what I'm going through, I need to release a lot of it. So I was going to do the old burn the letter. And then a girl that was on the stream with us had made the suggestion about, well, if you're going to burn to release something, you should plant something to grow. Well, funny enough, see this little bag? So in this little bag, there was a new moon one night. And so even though I can't read my own handwriting a lot of times, if I'm going to burn a letter, I typically write it out. I don't type it and print it. So this is from Wednesday, November 23rd, 2022. And it was my intentions for that new moon because it was in Sagittarius, which is my sign. And I remember that night, instead of burning it, something inside me said, you know what? You need to put that away. Put it away somewhere where it's not in your view, but you'll come across it and find it when you need to. Well, don't you know? I found this. And it was because I was like, what's in this little pouch? Sure enough, these intentions. And guess what? Nothing has changed. And what's really sad is at that time, I was starting to put those intentions into motion. Then unfortunately life happened and didn't work out. So as part of my ritual, I will be burying this as I burn the other shit down to the ground. So I'm not going to be on here too long because, who wants to listen to me ramble for 30 minutes? So the other thing that happened to me today, it's like, I swear it's like, if you really look for your signs from your loved ones and really pay attention to the universe, you will get what you need. I have not been in a place where I was listening to the universe. I was bucking the universe. I was going against my gut. And guess what? Not serving me well. So today, after I wrapped up with my friend, I decided to clean the upstairs closet in the bathroom that the boys use because it's gross because they're boys, right? So I pull out all the towels and all of a sudden I see one. I'm like, what the hell? This towel, believe it or not, I almost died. I can't even believe I still have this. It says Robin Adair's Studio. This is where I did ballet classes when I was from 7 till I was 14. When I was little, I loved to dance. I was never good enough to be professional or anything, but I loved ballet. Robin Adair's Studio is where I did my dancing. I have not seen this towel in over 30 years. I didn't even think I still had it. And I knew instantly it was a message from my mom. Because my mom, if you know, you know, she's subtle until she really wants to get your intentions. And at first, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I'm taking this the hell out of the bathroom for one thing, so that the boys don't ever use it. But I realized, and I swear to God, I do some of my best thinking in the shower. This came to me just a little while ago. I found this today, not just so that I knew she was here. She's watching over me. She knows I'm struggling. I'm going through a tough time. But it's also to remind me who I am. Because let me tell you, these days I don't recognize myself. And I need to get back to who I was. And what gave me joy as a child? It was dancing. And I need to find my joy again. What makes me happy? Doing readings, talking to people. I have not asked any of my friends. They haven't heard from me. And they probably all hate me. I owe tons of people apologies, and it's not who I am. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I definitely need to because I was toying with doing a video. I'm like, I definitely have to do a video. So when you ask for help from your loved ones, you have to pay attention because you will get a message from them in a way you least expect it. I never thought I would find this towel from a dance studio. I am 49 years old. And I don't even remember, we're talking houses, 4 or 5 moves. I cannot believe I still have it. It was one of those things, talk about getting what I needed today to almost fill my soul, because I really have just been so down. So I had a whole list of props in front of me of things I wanted to talk about because I'm such a dork. So that was just something else I wanted to say to everyone. So when you're going through a tough time, have faith, ask for help, because you're going to get a message when you least expect it. And I'm not going to make promises that oh yes, you're going to start to see me live. Carrie and Deb don't even know that I'm filming this. I'm going to let them know afterwards because I got to do the thing and upload it, and maybe by midnight it'll be on YouTube. I did this more for me, just to kind of break the ice, and I just have to, like, I've been so out of sorts and not doing what I need to do. The only way to start is just start. So I just said, just make a video. Maybe next time I'll go live. And of course, it would not be appropriate or okay of me to not at least pull a card for our collective, for anyone that could stumble across this video. Now, I was looking, I always like to look to see what the moon energy is during the new moons, the full moons. And funny enough, because of the eclipse too, and there's a placement with Chiron, that this is a different kind of energy. It's in Aries too, so it's fire, so it's very, big and dramatic and all that. And normally new moons is when, like, you do new beginnings and you start manifestation. And I actually watched a video today from an astrologer that I really liked, and she said this one new moon is actually not the time to manifest. It's actually a time to just kind of go with the flow, lay kind of low, and just kind of ride the energy out. And don't be surprised if people are very volatile, So I was like, oh, that's good to know. I think I'll just keep myself at mute on work, right? Who knows? So I have 3 Moonology decks. One is just Moonology. I have a manifestation one, and I also have this message oracle one. So I decided to pull from this tonight for the new moon. And I have a bunch of decks that I got that I haven't even used, this being one of them. And the card I pulled was Moon Shining, Stay in Integrity. And I really like that a lot because someone said this to me once, and I always try to remember this. You can say anything to anyone as long as you say it with truth, love, and integrity, even if it's something that's not nice or that could sound hurtful. If you say it from a place of love and you're speaking your truth, you're doing the right thing. And for me, I can relate this easily to me to stay in my integrity. I know exactly what this means. But for the collective, I did go to the book, and I am not ashamed to. So I am going to just paraphrase this because it is kind of long. So additional meanings is like, don't make empty promises. Someone is baiting you. Think about who you trust. Don't let someone's words hurt you. Don't take life too seriously. So kind of what I was just saying, that's what this card is kind of talking about. It's kind of like we need to lay a little bit low, maybe have a little bit of a guard up, but not like, walls, just like, maybe just like a fence. So the moon shining means talking nonsense or foolish talk or empty promises. There's a sense with this card that someone is saying in all style, no substance. Is that person you or someone else? Drawing this card, there's a risk that someone's been filling your head with ideas that they have no place being there. Maybe someone's making empty promises to you. Someone's being hurtful to you. This card is just telling you that you should just disregard all of this and gather up and stand in your own power. Also, do not be the person who is doing the moon shining. So in other words, don't be the person making empty promises and all that fun stuff. Otherwise, as sure as the moon rises, karma could come and even things out. As we know, karma is a bitch. So pretty much this card is just telling everybody, say what you mean. Don't make empty promises. That's why I'm not going to promise that I'm going to be live every, in 2 days. And just, someone could be baiting you. Look for that. When people just want to they're in a mood, so they want to nudge you. So just be aware of that and don't feed into that. Think about who you really trust. That is something I've learned. Because sometimes people, I've had people say to me, you do this work. You didn't know you were going to get sick and die. I'm like, no, it isn't like I got someone talking in my ear every day and some things I'm not supposed to know. So sometimes you can trust someone, go with your gut, because even the best of them can fool us sometimes, and you can put your trust into someone that you really shouldn't have. And there was no red flags. It happens. Don't let someone's words hurt you, and, you know, try not to take life too seriously. We'll get through this. It's only a new moon, right? So I have been rambling now for 20 minutes. So here's hoping I can get this to upload. I appreciate everybody. I was actually scared to look at the channel today. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have no subscribers. But luckily, the numbers always fluctuate anyway. So I so appreciate everyone that has stuck around, you know, my bridge buddies, you know, everyone that has supported us. So who knows what the future is going to hold. But hopefully it will not be 6 months before you see me again. So with that, I hope everyone stays safe. Have a great night. And until next time, bye everyone.